Jeffrey Epstein allegedly died sometime before 0630 on August 10, 2019. It is said he died by suicide, but the propensity of the evidence and the majority of professional opinion, along with many who have been in prison and know what goes on, disagree. We know a lot of people would want him dead, so he could not testify. We contend that he probably snitched, and his death is being used to keep him from being Arkancided. Today is August 22nd, and we still have no news of a funeral, no coverage at all on the mainstream media about who may have claimed his body or if it is being cryogenically preserved. Epstein wanted his head and his schwanz cryogenically preserved, if you recall. Why not his whole body is anyone's guess. This whole thing stinks, and it is obvious from an excellent report by Jake Morphonious of Blackstone Intelligence Report that there is a lot more than meets the eye here. There is no doubt that what Jim Acosta said about being told to back off the case because Epstein's seems to have been, or is, both a CIA asset and was working for the Israeli Mossad. He allegedly had leaked some intelligence to the FBI as well. Jake Morphonious brilliantly laid out the whole case, including secret emails and meetings between the prosecutor and defense attorneys who clearly conspired to skirt federal law, the Crime Victims Act, and no doubt a trial with a live defendant would have taken down many powerful people worldwide. It is not inconceivable that Epstein was allowed to be strangled to death by the powers that be in an absolutely corrupt judicial and criminal justice system, and New York is one of the worst. I highly recommend you listen to the two videos by Jake Morphonious that are linked in the description. There are no visuals on these two videos, so you won't miss anything if you just listen. I assure you, it is the most riveting and bone-chilling report you ever heard. As for a funeral, I guess that will have to wait, despite Jewish religious customs, because the Manhattan Correctional Center allegedly is holding the body for a second independent autopsy. Nobody is sitting Shiva for this monster, and I doubt the Jewish community would want to have anything to do with him. This is an article from the Forward. Will Jeffrey Epstein get a Jewish burial despite his crimes and sins? Article by Ari Feldman, August 13, 2019. When a Jew dies, it swiftly sets in motion a succession of ancient customs, often carried out by the local community. The body is guarded until burial. A special group called a Holy Society in Hebrew prepares the body for burial in a custom called the tahara, the purification. Prayers are said over it. It is cleaned with water and finally wrapped in plain shrouds, so that, in so doing, the Holy Society ushers the soul into its next stage, judgment before God. But what happens when the person is sure to be judged most harshly? What happens when that person is Jeffrey Epstein? New York's chief medical examiner ruled Epstein's death a suicide. He died in prison on August 10th while in federal custody. Already the treatment of his body has deviated from Jewish norms. Jewish burials happen within 1 to 3 days, and Epstein's corpse awaits a second independent autopsy. Numerous additional traditions govern the process of Jewish death, and experts say Epstein's case is so unusual they can't be sure what will happen to him now. The prayers associated with the Tahara ask God to have mercy on the person, says David Zinner, the executive director of Kavod V'Nochim and the Gamaliel Institute, which provides training in Jewish burial practices. Does Jeffrey Epstein deserve mercy? I'm not so sure about that. Epstein was being kept at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, a jail that has been described as less hospitable than Guantanamo Bay. The MCC has a chaplaincy program which has had rabbis from various denominations over the years. When reached by the Forward, Rabbi Jacob Hoeing, a chaplain at MCC in recent years, declined to comment. Jewish burial customs are based on the Hebrew Bible. Traditionally, they are guarded by the Shevra Kadisha, the Holy Society. People, frequently volunteers, who sit with the body, usually at the funeral home. They are then interred without any formaldehyde treatment in an untreated pine box wrapped in a white shroud. Zinner said that he wouldn't be surprised if a Shevra Kadisha outright declined to receive Epstein's remains because of his alleged crimes. And I will leave a link in the description for you to read this entire article, and you will see why this case is very unique and highly unusual. Please subscribe to our backup channels, Whirlwind Revolt, Inglorious Patriots, and Net for Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. You can also find us at Net for Truth USA on BitChute. We fly so close to the target, we're on our 4th fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/net4truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.